Polynomial function. Asymptote. A line that a function approaches but never intersects. Axis. The line of symmetry of a parabola. Constant function. A polynomial function of a degree 0 in which the constant term 0. Constant term. The coefficient of x sub 0 in a polynomial. Degree. The value of n in a polynomial is in the form of leading coefficient. The value of a sub n in a polynomial is in the form of linear function, a first-degree polynomial. Multiplicity. If the quantity x minus c multiplied by n is a factor of a polynomial, but the quantity of x minus c multiplied by parabola. Another name for the graph of a quadratic function. Polynomial. Polynomial. An expression of one variable of the form polynomial function is a function that can be written in the form of quadratic function, a second-degree polynomial. Rational function, a function which can be expressed as the quotient of two polynomial functions.
Let us try to solve this problem. Identify the degree, leading coefficient, and constant term of the following polynomial. Negative 3x to the fourth power plus 5x squared minus x minus 4. Here are the answers. The degree is 4. Leading coefficient is negative 3. Is the constant term. If your answer is negative 4, you got it right.
Try to answer the following.
Problem number 1. What is the degree of the given polynomial function p of x is equal to 5x raised to the 8th power plus 6x minus 2x raised to the 4th power minus x squared? If your answer is 8, you got it right. How about the leading coefficient of the given polynomial function? Very good. The answer is 5. Next, what is the constant term of the given polynomial function? If your answer is 6, your answer is correct. Problem number 2. What is the degree of the given polynomial function p of x is equal to 35x raised to the 12th power plus 6x minus 3x squared minus 1. If your answer is 12, you got it right. Next, what is the leading coefficient of the given polynomial function? The answer is very good. It is 35. Next, how about the constant term of the given polynomial function? If your answer is -1, you got it right.
So we are done with the discussion of polynomial function. Now let us proceed to the discussion of rational function. A rational function is a function of the form f of x is equal to p of x divided by q of x, where p of x and q of x are polynomial functions, and q of x is not the zero function. The domain of f Let's apply it into real life. Medical example. Before surgery, a patient might be injected with some medication. When the concentration of the drug in the bloodstream is at a desired level, the operation will begin. You can model the concentration of the drug in the patient's bloodstream using a rational function. Here is a hypothetical rational function representing the concentration of a drug in the patient's bloodstream with respect to time. C of t is equal to 4t divided by t squared plus 2. And here is the medical example graph. Being able to analyze this rational function can help a nurse or doctor determine when the drug will wear off on the patient. Imagine not knowing how to do this and having a patient wake up during surgery. Example number 2. Economic example. You can use rational functions to model what are known as average cost functions. Average cost functions can help a business determine the cost of producing a certain product. Suppose your company makes light bulbs and you want to determine the average cost of making light bulbs. You can model the average cost function for making light bulbs using the rational functions shown below. C of x is equal to fixed cost plus C multiplied by x divided by x, where fixed cost is the fixed cost to run business, and C multiplied by x is the cost of each light bulb, and x is the number of light bulbs produced. Using this rational function, you can model how much it will cost to make light bulbs, which can be important information for a businessman. So if you really understand our discussion, let's try to solve and answer the following. First, given the polynomial function p of x is equal to 12 plus 4x minus 3x squared minus x cubed, find the following. First is the degree polynomial. Second, the leading coefficient. Third, the constant term. And the last one, What is the degree of given polynomial function? If your answer is 3, you get the correct answer. What is the leading coefficient of the given polynomial function? If your answer is -1, you get the correct answer. What is the constant term of the given polynomial function? If your answer is 12, you get the correct answer. For the next question, the distance from Manila to Baguio is around 250 kilometers. How long will it take you to Baguio if your average speed is 25 kilometers per hour, 40 kilometers per hour, and 50 kilometers per hour? Construct a function where s is the speed travel that describes the time it takes to drive from Manila to Baguio. This is the solution. Distance is calculated as the product of speed and time. So we can get the time dividing distance by the speed. 250 kilometers divided by 25 kilometers per hour is equal to 10 hours. Next, 250 kilometers divided by 40 kilometers per hour is equal to 625 hours. Next, 250 kilometers divided by 50 kilometers per hour is equal to 5 hours. Since time is the quotient of distance and speed, we can write out the function as t of s is equal to distance divided by speed. The distance is fixed at 250 kilometers, so that the final function we have is t of s is equal to 200 divided by